government should start recognizing retail as an industry. And this is something that we've been working with for a long time, and we are sure that the current government would look at it more seriously, because I think there are people in the government now who've been a retailer, quasi-retailer or retailer of various kinds. Second thing is there are lots of archaic laws in retail which has been there in existence for a long period of time. Things like Weights and Commodities Act, things relevant to Shops and Establishment Act that is very relevant to individual local self-governments in the country. And this needs to be changed, and there has to be a common retail policy for the country. The third part, which I think the current government is already established its very clear intention, is on skilling the retail community. If there is no skills, we don't get enough people.
In my industry, Forse, it's still a regulated industry. I think it's very well regulated in its own way. It's important to have regulations in the liquor industry. I don't have any qualms with it, but I think if they allow more professionals to enter and they make it like we are India's largest alcohol beverage chain now, we just want that more people should come into this. It should become more organized. Like 10 years back, retail was unorganized. I think now F&B is getting more organized. The chains are doing it. So QSR already did it. But I think if government allows that to happen, we are actually, government is a big stakeholder for us. 40 to 50% of our sales goes to the government. That's the amount of taxation we pay. So we are an important stakeholder. So I think the government should also see it as a stakeholder and not like, a wheeler dealer or, like a fly-by-night operator. We are not fly-by-night operators.
From the retail industry, obviously we keep on hearing on the on the FDI where they're relooking at things in single branded retail. I think that's crucial. I feel that's something which will help the industry, the shopping center industry both. REITs would be another, the REIT legislation which is there now being talked about, and which requires further tweaking. I think these two would be very important game changers. Third would be from the retailer aspect, the labor laws, etc., which are, again, as I mentioned, these are all old regulations. We need to bring it in line with what our current requirements are. I think the government needs to look at all these.
Two wish lists. One is that faster clearances, and number two is increasing the mall working hours. Maybe make it 24 hours. Leave it on the buyers at the mall. If they want to continue 24 hours, why not? Why have a restriction?